channel on EA Sports, in association with the PGA Tour, proudly presents the season-long race for the FedEx Cup. Today, it's live opening round coverage of the Arnold Palmer Invitational. And now we go down to the first hole.
Frank, were you the kind of player who actually might have been worried if you didn't have first tee jitters?
Definitely. You didn't have the energy if that was the case. But it's about turning that energy into some sort of positive form. Make nice full swings. Pick some good targets. And, of course, you never know what's going to happen.
That one is in the fairway, down there about 290 yards.
Now the approach here at number one, Frank, what's he looking at?
A nice, high, soft landing second shot would be ideal here. There's a little bit of a ridge in this green. Don't really want to be going long here. Those two bunkers, never easy coming out of those and downhill.
Frank, I think that's going to the bunker.
Looks like it. Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
And getting ready for the putt.
Which has been a very good workmanlike performance. Yet another birdie.
Into the top 15 on the leaderboard.
Back to the action here at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge. Second hole, it is a pretty demanding par 3, Frank.
Goal really is to just carry that front bunker or sneak it a little right of that and try and cheat it around. Whoop, this is taken off on a weird line.
And it's going to be in the rough, in the bunker.
Frank, there's nothing like catching a bunker shot just perfectly. Splashes out, lands softly, and just runs up to that hole.
Yeah, it's like 3D. There's the component in the strike where it's going to land, and then the third part of it is
foot putt here. -1 in the early going.
Frank, now to the third hole here at Bay Hill. If you have a case of the snap hooks, you're in some serious trouble here.
You're going to run out of golf balls here as well, but a good tee shot's going to leave you something like 150, 160 yards into a very narrow green.
Well, that is a really good tee shot right there, Frank.
I think that tipped the 300-yard mark.
Second shot here at the third.
One of the narrowest greens at Bay Hill, water, as you could see on that left side. So for the faint of heart, you're going to miss, if anything, to that right side. And that's exactly where they put a little bunker. So be very straight on the second. Oh, solid strike right in the heart of the green.
Really good distance control there, playing well to his strengths.
Shouldn't be a problem here.
Needs a few more of those. That was a good birdie.
Yeah, this time, that one gets him in the top 10.
Back over now to the fourth. As we catch up with today's featured golfer, we have already seen some excellent play. Frank, what are some of the keys to keeping this early momentum?
Basically just trying to do the same things. We're seeing good driving, good approach play, and very good speed on the green right now. Keep doing the same thing.
That was just a beautiful drive and hit it solid and right in the middle. Playing his second shot here at the par 5. Frank, tricky little third shot here at the par 5 fourth.
Especially if you don't have a full number, because there's just that little mound in the middle of the green. If you get on the wrong side of that, instantly you can be 30, 40 feet away. So check where the flag is. Is it front? Is it back? And then try and land it in that section. That's amazing. Doesn't matter how close it goes. It's an extra shot. That one will definitely hurt.
Locked in on the read and the speed. Nice par to remain at 2 under. Fifth hole at Bay Hill. Frank, this is a chance to employ some course management as opposed to maybe brute strength. What do you think?
Yeah, rather soft par 4. No water here, but bunker down the left and bunker down the right. Pinches into that corner. So if you're a little wayward, an iron here is not a bad idea.
Frank, he is one of the longest hitters in the game, but at some point you have to hit a fairway.
Yeah, he's certainly not the straightest. I think that was the bit you're going to put in the middle.
Frank, not close, but from that line, not bad.
Oh, that's excellent. Seriously, given the conditions, Rich. It's at sneaky distance.
Well, Frank, it's our job to get excited.
You can't when you leave it short, though.
I'm sad.
He's making my job hard.
In for par. Frank, back in 1998, by any chance, do you remember exactly how many golf balls John Daly hit into the water at the 6th?
It was half a dozen. Half a box of golf balls. Oh, that's fine.
Frank, what's the magic of Arnold Palmer?
He just has that innate ability of making you feel like he's known you forever, whether you're a perfect stranger or someone he's known for many a year. It's an unusual quality. I wish more people had it.
Frank, I think he possesses the greatest qualities, charisma and skill. Let me say it this way. Frank, I don't think any golfer has ever possessed a combination of charisma and skill as potently as Arnold Palmer. I mean, there have been players who've won more major championships, but I don't think anybody's been so good at the game who's also been so good with the fans.
Well, I think Arnold Palmer was born before we used the phrase it. And really, he is it. And he has that innate ability to, whether it's a 4 or 5-year-old child or a grandmother or a grandfather, he defaults through all generations.
Moves into the top 10 with that birdie. Well, after that beast of a par 5 with all the water, take a sigh of relief and you come to the par 3 7th.
It still takes a good tee shot here, though, Rich. Narrow entry, green's 30 yards deep. You still really got to focus on hitting a good shot here. This looks like it's heading for the bunker.
Sometimes you get breaks, and he got one right there.
Yeah, I guess the bunker was a little smaller than I thought it was. It looked doomed for that.
Frank, that's not one you're necessarily thinking about making.
No, just a good putt, though. There's no two ways about that. He's putting well.
3 under on the day. Getting ready to tee off now at the 8th, and Frank, this hole has a little bit of everything.
Yeah, even though it's a pretty hole, Rich, it's a fairway you must hit because that second shot here is one of the toughest on the golf course. Oh, that's got to be 300 yards, isn't it?
Frank, this is a pretty good par 4, the 8th. What about the approach shot?
Such intimidating second shot here at 8. I think it's the best one on the golf course, Rich. You can see very quickly why the goal is to hit your second shots nice and high and get them to land soft. This is what you have to do with your second at 8.
That will be a great look at birdie. These putts keep the round together. You get the sense now with that birdie that our young star, so explosive, is setting himself up for a big weekend run. It's a consistent theme here at Bay Hill, if you can carry it 300 yards.
Bay Hill always favors the longer hitter.
Nicely played shot, about 310 yards down the fairway. All right, partner, break down this approach shot here at the par 4 9th.
What you're looking at is one of the biggest greens on the golf course, Rich, so it gives you a chance to be perhaps a little more aggressive than what you would normally think on a par 4 that's just a little under 500 yards.
Wow, Frank, he is dialed in.
Yeah, that was just some shot on there. Easy birdie.
You don't want to let this one get away. This is about concentration and focus at this point. And with that birdie, moves into second place. Back in Orlando, Florida at the Bay Hill Club and Lodge, getting set for the second 9. Frank, how do you get off to a good start?
Well, Rich, it's one of the shortest par 4s really at Bay Hill. 3 bunkers, but as long as you avoid those, it's a great birdie opportunity.
Looks to be a good setup going into the green here at the 10th. Frank, this is a position where a player is absolutely licking his chops here. Good chance to make a birdie.
Yeah, this is when this game just looks like fun. Bunkers don't seem to be in play. The only thing you're really looking at right now is just the flag.
Good swing, good shot yet again. Good chance now after that approach shot for a birdie.
He was so precise coming in, and the measurement is 9 feet away.
Now has a tie for the lead with that birdie.
And a pep in the stride.
Now to the par 4 11th, just a shade under 440 yards. Where are the difficulties here, Frank?
The water down the left, but the hole keeps going that way, almost in a semi-horseshoe fashion. 2 bunkers down the right. They always catch the straight tee shot, but once again, you don't have to hit driver here. You've got to get that ball in play.
And he's set up for his second shot here, looking to knock it on the green. Frank, not just a player, but an artist. Just beautiful work right there.
The only thing I can say, Rich, is that was Seve-esque.
Get another birdie and on the mark, 7 under for the tournament. Teeing it up here on the 12th, 574-yard par 5, Frank.
Another one that's reachable, obviously long and straight. That rough down the right side, though, is normally very thick. Avoid the 2 bunkers, lots of contours and undulations around this green.
Long drive, but a bad lie.
Wicked.
Just in the first cut of rough, not a bad lie. The only issue is he might get a jumper here. So missed the fairway, and now he's back where he needs to be.
Yeah, minimize the problems.
So after the layup, Frank, here at the par 5 12th, hit shot here, try to make birdie.
Yeah, just use the contours of this green. You can actually get to this flag a lot of different ways. Using one of the mounds, there's nothing wrong with that.
Well, that is an exceptional shot on the green and in position for a birdie.
Yeah, it's a formality now.
Just continuing to play some really good golf. 8 under par for the championship. At the par 4 13th now, this is a hole, Frank, that requires some smart club selection. What are the options here?
Yeah, very sneaky par 4. That bunker on the right is 250 yards or so off the tee. So you've either got a choice to play short of that or sneak it down the end, which is about 300 yards. But if you try and be bold here and miss the fairway, that second shot, evil.
Par 4 13th, Frank, how do you hit this approach shot?
Rich, it's the first par 4 at Bay Hill where the water is actually on the right of the green, and that has to be taken into consideration. Just a little errant shot, and then you're going to be wet. So a little left of the flag, that's where you want to be.
Playing this par 4, still not on the green after that second shot.
But still not done. A good third shot, maybe get away here with par.
Oh my goodness, he just made that. I cannot believe it.
I was thinking might get it close, and just a great shot.
Frank, as we come to the 14th of par 3, what's ahead for the players?
Once again, another tough par 3 coming up. Narrow at the front. It gets a little wider the further you go up this green. Should be safely on deck.
Just a pure strike and a perfect result. He'll have a good look at birdie now. And getting ready for the putt. Frank, there's an old basketball announcer who used to say when a ball went in and out of the cylinder just the way that one did, he would say, ringtail howitzer. And that one just didn't go in. Now at the 15th, big dogleg right here. What's the best way to go, Frank?
Really down the left side. It's very tempting to try and hit it across that bunker, but not only do you have to carry the bunker, you've also got to carry those little shrubs down the right side.
That ball's run out certainly over 300 yards, Frank. Call it about 310.
In the direction of the sand.
Looks like it.
Rub the shamrock. Got away with getting in the bunker there.
It's a big putt right here for birdie. Now -10 for the round. We've seen guys through the years blow the tournament right on this hole.
Yeah, if you get a little too greedy here, you try and make eagle. Sometimes with a good tee shot, it's an easy 4, but a 3 brings 7 into play.
Excellent start off the tee. That's a great way to begin this hole. This could be a huge momentum swing here, Frank.
Yeah, one more good swing, and he's going to have an eagle putt coming up. I know you don't want to get ahead of yourself, but it is well on the cards.
And this is looking really good. That was just a gutsy shot right there, and a good look at eagle coming up.
It's a little snap, right?
Frank, a little too amped up trying to make eagle there?
Oh, well, you don't get the opportunity every day, Rich, so can't blame him for that. Birdie's the consolation prize.
Pretty much doing everything right this week. 11 under for the tournament. Frank, deep into a round, par 3 17th, water, bunkers, long shot. What are you thinking as you're stepping on this tee?
You just take 3 and move to 18.
Headed for the bunker? Oh, a bit unfortunate. Wasn't able to avoid the sand trap. And once again, off the tee and in the bunker. Great knees, great hands in this shot.
Yeah, touch. You have to have that feel. You have something between the ball and the club face, so it's a different feel, but you also have to have imagination.
Just an amazing display. The records continue to fall. Frank, this is a stout finishing hole, the 18th, isn't it?
Yeah, it finishes that great run of 16, 17, and 18, and so many times we've seen disaster and triumph just on those final 3 holes.
Good contact, good result. Frank, this is still a mind blower to me. Tiger won the Arnold Palmer Invitational at Bay Hill 4 times in a row from 2003. You've played the game at the highest level. How hard is that?
It's almost unimaginable to Rich because, Bay Hill changes each and every year when they have the tournament. But there was always also the look of resignation of the other players. There's never really been a golf course that really suits Tiger Woods any better. Hits the ball a long way, he hits it high, greens are firm and fast. It's just built for him. And not only has he won it 4 times in a row, it's 8 total now.
Well, that would have been a bonus had it gone in, but still, reasonable chance for par here.
Yeah, there's no damage. You're not going to birdie every hole.
They'll take it. That's a par.
Rich, in that great opportunity, name on top of the leaderboard. It is only round one.
Good place to be.